it going, everyone? Today we're gonna see if we can't get a little Sharp QT-CD111 portable CD stereo system going. I just picked this up down at the outdoor market. As you can see, it says radio works, $5. And these usually, if I can get them working, I can get about 25 for these little boom boxes. The antenna is a little ugly looking, but I think we have one that we can put on here. It's just that we won't have any place to mount it. As you can see, it's 1998 October. Even the battery compartment is clean. Well, you know what I mean. It's not all covered in alkali damage. So that's a good thing. That's always a good way to sell these, is if there's no battery damage. And we have a cassette player and our CD player and our radio with all of the multi-functions right here on the front of the box with X-Base. So we're gonna see if we can't get this working, and then we'll get her cleaned up. Got a big dent in the screen here. Kind of hard to see it, but there's a big dent here. It runs all the way across, so we'll see if we can't pull that out and get that fixed up so it looks a little bit better. Let me see. It's kind of hard to... Well, there you go. So I'm going to get you set up, and we're going to dive right into this. We're going to see if we can, what works on it, and if we have to do anything to it besides get us a good antenna on it and get it all cleaned up and looking spiffy. So let me get you set up. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, we got our handy dandy power cord here that always helps to have. Let's get it hooked, plugged in. Like I said, it does say on the sticker that the radio works. Let's see. We need to go to... Well,
good news. God has never failed and is not starting with you. He is not.
okay, so we know the radio works. All the way over is our CD. Dang. Thud! Let's see. We got CD, and it's showing 11 tracks. Play. Okay. That CD does have a big scratch on it. Let's see. Yeah, we got a scratch there. I wonder if that was the scratch it was looking at. Could be. Let's... Okay. It says 11 tracks. Now it's going to track 1. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll narrate. And we'll hit play, and our play arrow blinks and then stops. Whoops. And when it stops, it should... Well, that doesn't sound good. That's... Man. Let's... That's ZZ Top antenna. I don't know if it likes that. Let's try something different here. Let's try some Kid. Let's see what Kid does. Okay, this is what it's doing. Okay, so we know we got a Skippy CD player, and now we need to test that. I got the, yeah, that's a good one. We need to test our cassette drive so we know where we stand, so when we tear it down we know what the heck we're looking at. Let's see. Tape. Make sure it's not eating it. Let's see. Absolutely. Okay. Sounds like the buttons are dirty. That's... Yeah. She's got a gummy drive. Make sure you're not eating it. That's a good Led Zeppelin. Gotta get the lead out. If I hold it down, I can get it to kind of play. Okay. We know what we have to do. Okay. We know we gotta work on the cassette drive and the CD. So, sounds like fun to me. How about you? Let's see what we gotta do to tear this thing down. We got screws all the way across. And we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 screws. I'll get those 8 out and then I'll bring you back. I'm going to try and shorten this up a little bit in case we actually really get into some nasty stuff on the inside. Okay, we got those 8 out. Let's see if we can get this thing separated. Hung up on something. Let's make sure we got all the screws out of it before we start reefing on it too much. No screws along the bottom. She started to separate. You can see here. I wonder if that door goes with it. I don't think, but nothing on that one. Nothing down that one. I think there's something right in the middle that's holding it. Oh. Okay. What's the wire we have? One wire here. So there's the back, and it's got dead bugs in it. That could be the reason. That it's acting up a little bit. No harm, no foul. That's just a stink bug. Stink bugs are okay. They don't eat stuff. Oh, there goes another one. Petrified stink bugs. Alright. So now, what do we need to do? We need to get our drive assemblies out of there. And that doesn't look like that's going to be the funnest. Okay. That screw back there, you never get to it. So does the rest, all of this pull out of here? Can see I can get to 1, 2, and then the 3 and 4 I can't get to for our cassette. And here we have 1. And there's 2 up front that I can't get to unless this board is out of the way. Unless the circuit board's out of the way. Circuit board has a screw way back in there. Way back in there that can't get to. So how would you get to those? You know, it would have to be everything slid in or the case slid onto it. I'm going to have to study this for a minute and see if I can't wrap my brain around it. And, okay, I think I got a plan. There was one screw all the way down in this hole right here right in between the drives. There's one screw way down in there. Now, when I took that one out, it kind of loosened some things up. Mainly our board, our drives here. But looking at it, I think we'll take our volume off. I think that'll go, that may not go through. That goes through. And then there's 2 screws on the circuit board way in the front. I do believe that is soldered to our main board, which I am hoping. Nope, doesn't want to come up there. Alright, fine. That one's playing nice. Alright, now let's see if this is ready to come up out of there. When I spin that around, I had better luck holding it like this. There she comes. Slowly but surely. And no, I'm not calling you Shirley. Speakers. Radio. Okay. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more Phillips. Is the radio going to stay intact? I think we'll have to take that one out. let's see what happens. And we have 1, 2, 3, See, I don't want to take that one out, I don't think. No, that's all part of the tuning part for our radio. I think I want to take this one out because I want to leave everything on the circuit board all. Okay. Feels like I got one screw left. Or is it a plug? There. Alright, sorry about that. Battery died. Okay, what we have to do is we have one wire, and see our drive motor for our cassette player is soldered right to the board. We've got 2 wires here. Right there. Have those 2. We need to unsolder those, and then we have a couple of wires to unhook. Hey, that's warm. And then we'll be able to get down to our drives. Come on. Okay, let's see if we can unsolder our motor. Oop, there's one. Didn't expect it to come off that easy. And 2. Get him up out of the way. Those are pretty loose. I have to see what holds them in. Alright, now get my hand out of the way. I got a plug here. And these 2 sets of wires, this set and this set, go down to our CD drive. And I'll see, you can see them. No, you cannot see them. How about if we come over here a little bit so you can see them? There's one here and here. I don't know, I know my hand's going to be in the way. I don't want to pull on that too hard because that's actually the laser. So let's see if we can't move it out of the way a little bit so I can get a hold of them. There, well, that's better. So I can support that board a little bit. And then the other one is our actual spindle, or the actual laser motor itself, which is this one right here. These 2 are the switch for the door, for the drive, for our CD drive. These 2, okay, right there. Alright, cool. Now we can get down and work on this stuff and get stuff cleaned up and hopefully get this thing working again. I know the laser, we could have pissed with the laser. It's the adjustment for our laser is right there. That little blue nubby. But I want to clean this up. I want to pull the whole deck up out of there, and I want to clean everything on it, because this one looks like it has been used quite a bit. You know, there's some dark marks on the circuit board. So she, you know, she's had her use. So I think we should pull it down completely and service everything. Plus it makes for good videos if somebody else is having a problem with one of these. Okay, now our whole deck assembly should come up out of there. That whole deck assembly should come up out of there. Oh, I bet you the magnet. Yeah, it was the magnet. Magnet was stuck on there. And there's our little deck. I said deck. Okay, so we can find our two main pins on our laser, and we can test it out and see if it's off, and that could be why we're skipping to the Luma Darling. Okay, now our cassette deck. Let's see, do I want that one? Yeah. I'm gonna keep all these screws kind of together. Oop. Get my hand out of the way, and there we go. You have to bear with me. Sometimes I just kind of get in the habit of just doing stuff and forgetting about the camera sitting there. And yes, I do talk to myself when I'm working on stuff and I'm not filming. Filming? Videoing. Videoing sounds better, since there's no film in that camera. Okay, now normally on these you need to open your drive, the door, so this will come up out of there. Like I said, normally, like so. Ha ha! Whee! Okay, here we got and there's our cassette drive. And we need to figure out why it's not wanting to drive. But what we'll do is we'll get it all cleaned up. And this one has two belts on it, two little ones. We may go ahead and change those, because since we're this far into it, why wouldn't you? Because you're cheap. Okay. So I'm cheap. Alright. Break time. It's time to go have some coffee. Alright. Break time's over. Had coffee. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can't get this this little motor should come up out of here. This is our main drive for our cassette. A long-winded little screw too. Okay, put him over there with the rest of the critters. Alright, now here, see we have, okay, a clip and a clip. Take the screw out. Let's see if we move him back. Nope. How about, does he come out of there? Nope. We don't want to break it, that's for sure. And it's got to come off to get a belt put on it. Let's study this a little bit. And that just sits there. Take the screw out. We have it anchored here and here. So how's that? Okay, it hugs it a little bit there. So undo him. And there's a little bit of glue down on this one. Let's see. You rat. Let's see if we can get the glue cleaned up. Kind of broke a little bit. Unhook him again. Now by all rights, that should just come right up off of there. There she goes. Aha. There we are. There's our belt. Get him, we want to keep him out of the way. And this is our bottom belt. Not too bad. Remember the little one's the bottom one and the big one's the top one. You remember that for me? No? Me neither. I'm lucky if yeah, I did put pants on. Okay. I do have pants on. I have to remember that every now and then. A lot of people ask me what contact cleaner I'm using. This is just, I buy this at the wholesale auction. I usually buy this stuff by the case because it's cheap enough. I can get it for like $2 a can. Contact Industries, a division of Safeguard Chemical, 641 Dowd Avenue, Elizabeth, New Jersey. And that's all there is on a white label. There. That's my contact cleaner. And it works good for me. I don't have any problems with it. There's no odor to it at all. That's our play. And that's the one that think it was just a little goomy. That's a record, so you should be able to, should have to push. Okay, now let's flip it over and clean some more of this up. See, that's our record. Ah, that's better. Now our record's working too. Okay, I'm going to work it a little bit more, and then I'm going to take some compressed air and get her all blowed out. Alright, I got that all cleaned up. She's drying out a little bit more after I blew it out. So in the meantime, let's see if we can't find a couple of belts for it. Those are going to be too small, so we'll leave them in there. Well, that one's pretty thin. Alright, let's start with that one, the little small one. Now that one would be pretty good. And take a peek at it. Yep, that's the one we're going to use. We're going to go with the one that's just a bit smaller, in case. Give me that. This one looks a little wider, a little thicker. Let me see if I have one that's a little bit thicker. Like them thick. Yeah, buddy. Give it to me. Give me the thick ones. That one's pretty. Geez, spit on myself. Yeah. That one's a little too small for that one. What else we got here? Come on. Now there's one. It's about the same stinking thing. Alright. I know we gotta have a good one in here. There's gotta be some good ones in here. Now that one, that looks like the same as that. That one's a little bit bigger, but yeah, we could use one just a tad bigger. What do we got here? Those are gonna be too big. Whee! Yeah, those are way too big. That's something she never said. Alright. How about that one? No. Looks like, no, a little bit bigger.
But they only fit one way.
Ha! My internet decided to come back on over there. That one? Nah. That's, no, I don't like that. There it is, right there. I kind of like that. Let's... That one, before I put all these away, let me get the... Alright. Let's see how tight this one is. I think it might be a little too thick. Thick. Like 'em thick. Am I putting that on the wrong? Yeah, I am putting that on the wrong spot. Okay. No wonder it's falling off. Goes underneath. There we go. Then it falls off. Cool. I think this on the bottom. Yeah, here we go. That's on there. There. Nope. That is. That's just... It's just a little too thick. We need one that's a little thinner, about that size. I hate putting them on that are too small. You know, I know you can stretch them. Let's see how that one feels. I'm not putting it in the right spot. Should go around. Oh, well, duh. Goes around the bottom. And you didn't remind me that the little one goes on the bottom. Told you I forgot. That's not them. Lucky I remembered to put pants on. Oh, come on. Why are you being such a pain? There. That's better. Jeez. I wonder it kept falling off. Now I probably had the right belt. I was just putting it in the wrong place. And where'd that one go? That's not it. Whee! That's too big. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, that one. Okay, again, I'm not gonna, I have these right down there. I don't want to take them off or pack them up until I know for sure that we have the right stuff. Okay, that'll go on just like so. So hook there, go around. Something tells me that belt was stretched out to begin with. Yeah. I think that both those belts are supposed to be the same size. There's the original. And there's a good one. So let's put him on there. Okay, it's going to fit like so. So it's got to come up through that opening. The struggle is real, my friend. The struggle is real as it falls off. Hook on there. Okay, I'll clip like so. Need our little Scrooge. Get my hand out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Hooked and hooked. Let's see. Play. At least this one doesn't have a counter on it. We don't have to contend with a counter. Alright. Got a couple of things to do on this, and we'll have it ready. I think my belt slid off underneath, so I will put that back on. and then we'll lube it up and we'll be done with this. Let's get this little drive finished up so we can move on. I'm just gonna put some grease. In fact, there was no grease in this thing, or on this, when I opened it up. It was mainly just dirt. Okay, I think we got a couple of spots on the back. Yeah, we could use some in there. Yep. That guy. I'm just gonna put a little bit on all of our levers there. And I think we're about done with this. Looks good. Okay, one down. It's our cassette. And now this won't take long at all to get this cleaned up. Nothing really dirty on it. The eyes got a little bit of a haze to it, but this we just need to put a little grease on it here and there and check our laser to see how it is. In fact, let's do that right now. This one is really easy to get to. There's two. Can you see that? There you go. There's two through the board spots from our little pot, and we can test it there. Oops, come on. 0.30. Boy, that's pretty stinking good. So why would you be jumping? Are we a little too low? I haven't touched this. So I'm wondering if someone else has played with this. I want to get that up to like 3.5. Yeah, 0.367. That's where we're going to leave it there. Like I said, if they're too low, they won't play. And if they're too high, they won't play. So like I said, there's a really happy spot in there that they like. And I have found on most of them is right around 0.35. We're going to put a little grease on our guide rod and a little grease on our rail here, on our two rails. And we'll stick it just a little bit there, and we'll put a little bit on our rack. There. Now all we need to do is clean the laser on it, because it is a little, like I said, it's got a little bit of a haze to it. I'm just going to take some alcohol with a cotton bud on a stick, and we're just going to clean him up. Gonna polish him up. Oh yeah, there's some doit on it. That back. There's a nice dry one. And same thing. I'm just gonna polish him up. There. Oh, is that pretty? Alright, now our two drives are ready. Next, we need to clean some stuff before we put it back together. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the speakers out of this, and then I think I can get to, where's my good screwdriver? There you are. If I take the speakers out of it, I can get to the grill, the grates in the front, and straighten that one out. And without the speakers too, I'll be able to take it over and wash the whole face of this thing. So I'll get these speakers out of here. Thing's kind of this face is kind of a pain in the butt to work on because of it being round in the front. Won't sit flat. Okay, speaker wires are down in their little grooves. Okay, and I should be able to just pull those completely up out of there. Set them just how they came out. There, now I can clean that all up, and like I said, we got that big dent here. Now we can get in there and probably straighten it out, the grill out. That's better. Alright, I'm going to go wash this up. Alright, we got our drives all ready to go in. I don't know if I said that last night before I went in the house, but I got to thinking that this video might be getting a little long, and I'm kind of running out of time. Trying to keep these trying to keep them a little shorter. I like to keep them like right around an hour when I'm doing heavy teardowns and stuff like this and doing repairs. But just to do some, you know, some check stuff over to make sure it's going to work, you know, and all that, you know, 20 minutes, 20 to 40 minutes is more than enough on those. But the stuff I like to do a little bit more in depth. Not much to do more in depth when you're just testing and cleaning stuff for everybody. You know, and I know a lot of those videos aren't very interesting, but you know, there's some people that do kind of like watching that type of stuff too, to where, you know, it's somebody that's actually taking some of the older stuff and cleaning it up, testing it, and, you know, making sure everything works so somebody else can enjoy it, instead of it sitting in somebody's basement, garage, attic, closet, or whatever, collecting dust. Somebody else can be enjoying it. The more people enjoy some of the older stuff again, the bigger the call is for this type of stuff. Now this, with the CD cassette player and radio, this is more, I do these for the campers. A lot of people down there have camps, and they want a radio, and sometimes you can't pick up radio stations real well, so they want the CD player. The cassette deck is kind of, you know, cassettes are so finicky, at least I think at times. But the CDs, you know, you have a good CD player, they'll definitely take it, and the radio works and the CD player works. So that's what I do with this type of stuff, you know. So I know, you know, is it worth all the time I'm putting into this? I paid $5 for it, and I'll sell it for $20, and I'll have, you know, 3-4 hours into it, because I'm not in any hurry. If you were to take it to somebody and have them do it for you, you know, it's going to cost you well over $100. So is it worth to me to make $20 on this? Yes. Any money is good money. I don't care how much it is. If it's $1, $2, $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, you know, hey, it all adds up. The more you sell, the more it adds up. And if I have the time and I can sit down and I don't have anything else pressing to do, then I can do these and get this type of stuff done for people. And it'll make up, you know, the other stuff makes up that all I have to do is test and clean it. You know, I may have half an hour in something and sell it for $50 or $100. So I'm making good money on that, because same thing, I'll pay $5, $10, or $15 or $20 for it, depending on the unit. So it kind of all works out to where this one will take me a little bit longer, and so I won't make as much per hour, but on the other ones I make a ton of money per hour, so it all adds up, and then if you add it all up and average it out, it comes out good to where you're, you know, making a decent living. And that's the whole part of this, and the whole big thing is to make enough money to sustain yourself without somebody taking it all from you or wanting it all. So like I said, I think this one has probably been long enough, and I'm rambling on a little bit here, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. And in the next video, in part 2, we will put all this mess back together and hopefully have a working boombox. So until next time, hope to see you then. See ya.